Just like, you made a potato fly, that's cool. But
you made a potato fly?
Yeah.
You know how to drive stick, right? Also, it's funny hat day. No, let's put them on the spot. This is more fun. Right. Find neutral. This is how you learn. I hope my fly's up. Well, that was too easy. What's up, people? We are back today with the Fast and Furious Live Lykan Hypersport build with Genius Garage. And it's a pretty exciting day because we're going to start up the car with the cool test straight exhaust from Soul Performance Products. I think it's going to sound amazing. We're going to go over it, obviously make sure all the fluids, there's nothing leaking, but generally speaking, the guys have all of the hydraulic systems, everything hooked up and ready to go. And I know right now they're using this opportunity to work on the nose a little bit, start looking at the nature, how the air is going to be flowing into the radiators as we're working on bodywork. There's a lot more structure left to do before we really get into that, but they're using this as an opportunity. Also, the yellow Corvette is back. That's going to be a lot of fun and upcoming. I think Genius Garage, we may go racing a little bit this year, so that'll be fun. I hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned. Obviously, we're going to have a Lykan testing, and the plan, this is May. Our plan is to test this car at Mid-Ohio in June. Full bodywork, doors, everything. It's going to be naturally aspirated and loud, and it's not going to be painted and totally pretty just yet, but testing it at speed. So I hope you guys stay tuned and watch. But just want to show you a little bit more what's going on. Obviously, you can see the suspension for testing has been gone over. The brakes and everything had been made nice and fresh and ready to go. We have some beautiful coilovers that were supplied to us from Coil Over Depot. Great place in Ohio where you can order it for loads of different cars, including sway bars and whatnot. But here's our exhaust system. We're really proud of this for testing. This is what's from Soul Performance Products. They do beautiful systems hugely for Porsche, but McLaren, Lamborghini, etc. Amazing. It's beautiful. It fit gorgeously, went on just perfectly. These particular ones have 3-into-1 tubular headers, if you want to look carefully here, with the catalytic converters are actually built in to the collector part of the header. So they are catalyst and 50 state legal with the O2 sensors that go right on there. So these we can likely even use when this thing is twin turbocharged, where the turbos simply go downstream of that and then we alter the nature of the exhaust. But for testing, this is going to be really good. We will, when we put on the Lykan tail, we will, of course, have to modify this already because this is set up for the original Porsche Boxster. So, of course, this will have to change, but for testing, it's really great. And it's going to be fun to hear in just a minute. But we've got the funnel out and everything like this. We're going to have to bleed the coolant system. The guys already have the brakes bled and the clutch bled, but come on over here. I'd like to show you some of the details they've worked on and have engineered. This is from Tyler, of course. This is the stock handbrake, which is in what was the original position in relation to the driver interfaces and such. But of course, since the car is now longer, he created this tubular steel rod that can allow the original balance bar here to work for the parking brake. And actually, it's on right now. So that's going to be really nice. Same sort of thing. We utilize the stock shifter for right now, but with the increase in length, he actually made these lovely steel rods here, welded them on smartly to the end of the rod ends, and he was actually able to fully extend in a way that adds no slop or issues to the shifting at all. So that was really great. Of course, we're going to be upgrading the shifter, getting rid of the slop with these bushings and such that typically happened with Porsche, and just upgrading it. But for right now, this gets us right into the ballpark with everything working well for testing. And just knowing that we have a really good solid platform with suspension that's working together well with all the systems working. Now, of course, there are going to be some minor issues to overcome with regard to some of the airbags have been removed. There's no doors on it right now, so obviously it's throwing some codes that we're seeing, but the air conditioning, the heating is all working, and today we're going to have to go over the heating because, as you know, with the heater core, there's coolant from the engine flowing through that. So we're going to have to make sure that's bled properly and everything is good to go. Our wheels and tires will be coming this week. We wanted to have them here today, but we don't have them just yet. But before we talk to the guys, I also wanted to show you guys this. This is one of the Lykan Hypersport rocker panels. Now what's really interesting is you see the seam right here of the original molds. And the very cool happenstance that happened, and this is why we're utilizing Porsche basis to build the car, with the exception of right here, and this will have to be altered in the structure. This rocker panel, why don't you come on down real low, we can look at the seam. This rocker panel here at the seam will literally mate up to the pinch weld seam of the chassis here. So with the exception of right here where it's hitting, and the chassis is going to have to be altered, or at least the pan of the chassis, this will fit as originally intended by W Motors and be you know, perfectly seamlessly go into the rest of the composite bodywork. Of course, that stage is going to be coming up in a little bit. After today, we're going to be working gangbusters on building the tubular steel roof structure, roll structure, support structure, which also will be an integral part of this chassis to make it incredibly torsionally rigid. And it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, honestly, because this is where we'll start to get to mount the body, and it'll look like a beautiful Lykan Hypersport. This is no longer a Porsche. This is now a Lykan Hypersport in the making. But let's talk to the guys. So, yous guys, what are you doing? Also, it's funny hat day, but this man earned his funny hat. I was late today and forgot my funny hat.
So right now we're taking the inlets for the radiators on both sides, and we're modifying them to be able to fit into the front bumper of the Lykan.
So come on over here and we'll get out of your way over here.
So that it lines up with these inlets down here.
Gotcha. Now, these are the stock radiators and air conditioning parts relating to the Porsche, and this was the stock inlet shroud, right?
That is correct.
For the Boxster. And you guys are cutting it just basically for testing to see if we'll have enough airflow.
Right, yeah.
Have you started thinking about if we don't get enough airflow with basically, and we'll make a new one of these, but this is for testing. What are you going to do if there's not enough airflow?
We'll modify it so that we're getting enough airflow. I mean,
fair enough.
It's not a question.
Well,
It's
I wondered
gonna
how.
happen.
I wondered how. Let me ask you this: can we put the nose on, and you can show us what this looks like with it in place?
Yeah. Grab that in. You good? Yep. We're good.
Okay. Does it come back anymore? For now?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Let's come on in here and look.
So right now it's fitting very well. We're still trimming. We're still got to make some modifications. It's still running into it up there in the upper.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, it's fitting really well.
We might have to get rid of this, and if you're going to use this for testing, you might have to build something out of aluminum, bring it all the way down here.
Okay.
So you scoop this whole area. I think this will potentially work just in that area. My thinking is, if that's not enough cooling, or when we start building big power, we may have to have some sort of radiator things happening up here, or using some of the pressure from the middle to get over into there as well.
Well, we have all that room to
Right.
be able to work with, so.
Well, and on that note, tomorrow I have a Zoom conference call with the people at W Motors in the morning. I've got the client relations manager and also their head of engineering. So I'm going to be talking to him about the door hinges and latches, etc. Also the articulation relating to the active aerodynamics. So this is another good, I should probably bring this up with them too.
Yeah.
See how they did the radiators and intercoolers and such on the Hypersport. Do you guys have anything else we should bring up with the W Motor guys tomorrow?
I can't.
This is Ryan, by the way. He's the newest student.
Yes, I'm the newest one here, but I mean, I think this would be also be a great place to mount the intercooler right in front here, because I mean, why else would they have this big open space for airflow then?
Yeah, but the engine's way back there.
That's true.
And we have big scoops back there.
That is true. And then we don't need, actually we could put it on that side because the intake's over here. So if you use that other scoop over there for the
True, but we have two turbochargers. Poor new guy, he wanted to sound smart. I'm ruining your day. You are smart, it's fine. Actually, he's got a really cool channel called Foam Test, right?
Yeah, mostly dealing with airplane stuff, not super
Yeah.
into car. Or well, I am super into cars, but not on that channel. It's mostly airplane stuff.
Yeah, when you did most of those videos when you were a little bit younger.
Yeah, all my popular videos, of course, are the bad ones from 2016. Of course, I knew the new content is just like, you made a potato fly. That's cool. But
You made a potato fly?
Yeah, I did that recently at Easter.
Okay. Actually, he makes really amazing micro gliders, and that's a lot of the reason why I ended up choosing him for the program. I thought it was really brilliant. So, okay, guys, so we're working on this. This will probably be good enough for at least testing street driving.
Oh, yeah.
If not track. We're going to want to obviously seal this, and if we can get this whole area here and perhaps that to be cramming the air pressure into the radiator, I think that'll probably be enough for the track
And
for
we
testing.
still have to fabricate mounts for the bottom of the bumper.
Correct, and we're going to have to blend the bottom here to the bottom of the car,
Yep.
which will also be getting into the underbody and how the air flows going to the Venturi tunnels and stuff in the back. Okay, so we need to start this thing up.
Yeah.
What do we got to do to
We gotta grab the battery
Okay.
and set it up.
Is that literally it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight down like that. Put in there.
And if you want to take a look in there, so you currently we have moved the battery location, obviously the trunk. The battery mount is steel. Go ahead and jam that on tight so it's not loose. It's not going to hurt you. You can grab it on right by the terminal. There you go. You got it. The mount is not in there right now. Actually, it is drying. If you can see it hanging over there from the lift, that's the piece. So the structural mounting for all of this is already finished, and then they'll be going over the box to, insulate it and all. But the terminals have been relocated to the trunk area. Also, this is going to help with the center of gravity being lower. The battery originally was up here with the Porsche, much higher center of gravity, a little more condensed, so you lose a little trunk space, but it's going to be better for performance. So got some more work to do. And then Tyler the other day, he's a really great welder. He's really been coming into his own with this build, moved the negative terminal to here on this very structural frame rail area. So that was quite good. Okay guys, so what jobs are we all going to have when we start this up to make sure that nothing is smoking, on fire, leaking, being a big problem? And bad. Who's going to do what?
We'll get the fire extinguisher right there.
Most important part, I appreciate that, is cheap insurance.
I can man that and also look under the car for any leaks.
Okay. You don't have to man it, just be aware that it's there.
Cool.
Okay. So you're going to be keeping an eye out for leaks. Little ones could be acceptable depending on what they were, or we'll shut them down. They'll be more likely with coolant, obviously, as it heats up and there's pressure. So what's our objective here? Other than to sound bad on the internet.
You gotta burp the coolant,
okay,
and make sure everything's copacetic.
You want me to go to full heat when we start it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically just getting the cooling system bled, making sure nothing wacky's happening, start it up, heat cycle it, and hear the pipes roar.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you want to go, I guess I got the mic here, so does one of you guys want to go ahead and start it? Yeah, you just need to push in the clutch, make sure it's in neutral, and start it. You know how to drive stick, right?
I have not, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, let's put them on the spot. This is more fun. Right. Find neutral. This is how you learn. Find neutral? Yeah, you look like you're in neutral.
Yeah, right now it's in neutral.
Okay, so you know stuff. Which one's the clutch?
Clutch is the third pedal, because I don't have
like a pro!
Well, yeah, I have the other two.
All right, so all you got to do is push the clutch in to hold it and start the car. You started a car before, right?
Yeah. No, this is my first time.
You can also use your right foot like this. Kind of like a Monty Python silly walk thing going on. I hope my fly's up.
You guys ready?
No, I'm standing right by this thing. All right, hit it. Don't rev it or anything though. Just start it. You got to push it in all the way. Wait, stop. You look like you're pushing on a wire there. Yeah, with your big boots. There's a wire behind it. You see that? You're not noticing the wire.
Yeah, the wire. Yeah, that one.
Correct. Okay, there you go. All right. You getting him? Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay.
That's me.
That's pretty dramatic. Okay. It says the front lid is not closed. All right, so obviously we got the windows down for a cross breeze. If you notice it getting nasty in here, tell me. I'll open the windows more. Yep. Oh, that was interesting. You just changed this note up on the warm-up cycle there. Why don't you check with your hands and see if you're getting temperature up in the heater there. Sorry, I know you're the new guy, sorry. Yeah, I feel a little bit. That'll start getting warmer before the radiators. Do you want an infrared thermometer to check stuff? Yeah. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. It needs to be cleared or something. Tell you what, you are a smart guy. Here. Figure it out.
All right.
All right, so this is the sound of its normal idle after a cold warm-up. Come down low and look at it here. Well, now here's the thing. It's actually going to sound better when we test it naturally aspirated, then it'll sound with turbos. And I know that's gonna make a lot of people lose their minds right now, but turbos you lose that real pure exhaust note you get from naturally aspirated, but obviously it'll be a lot faster, so that'll be cooler. So I think it's gonna be fun to test it like this and just hear it.
Yeah.
Because you'll never get to hear a Lykan sound like that again after it. I think it'll be cool. And it's got reasonably high compression, and even being a street car, it's still a pretty sophisticated flat six that revs high. What is it that you weren't able to do without it running and heating up?
So without it running and able to heat up, we're able to spin the water pump so that we can get all the coolant into the radiators in the front.
Okay, so were there bubbles in the radiators?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just filled with air, it was empty, and we couldn't get anything up there.
Okay, and this is a bleeder, right?
Yes.
Okay, how does that work exactly?
So we lift up this valve, and it should be able to let more coolant flow through.
It lets the bubble go away, basically, an outlet for it? Okay, that's cool. Do you want me to go ahead and hold the throttle like 2,000 RPM so it warms up a little faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make everyone excited.
Yeah, all right. Got the heat on there. Is it working?
It works relatively. It doesn't really work.
All right, go ahead and put it away. Don't worry about it. Tell you what, though, will you please open up the window in that corner and over there? You just flip the two switches and pull the top down. All right, that's about 180 degrees right there. So is the thermostat open there or hotter? Okay, are we getting it to the radiators now? These feel cold. If they're cold? Probably hasn't opened up yet. Okay, so temperature is at least getting there. Here, take the mic and go back there. I'll flip it. You want me to check and see if the power steering lines will do anything ugly?
They're dripping a little bit.
All right, let's see if we can make them do something bad.
Or wait, up here there's something
How bad?
decently bad. It's dripping pretty good.
Now that I'm moving it, it's dripping?
Yeah.
No, it's just coolant overflow.
All right, just relax, just relax. That's coolant, you say, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, new guy's freaking out. New guy's freaking out.
It's not as bad as my Avalanche was. That dumped a whole.
Oh, that's nothing, all right.
Yeah.
No, that's where the overflow hose ends. That's what I was trying to tell you over there.
Oh, okay. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Well, we got heat working. It's circulating through the radiators. Okay, that's good. Temperature's great. Everything's great. We got some faults that we got to deal with, but I think we got it, huh?
Yeah.
I hear the dripping. What is that?
So
Oh, the coolant overflow?
Yep.
Okay, that's all right. We're getting there. Okay. Well, that was too easy. I don't think it should be that easy.
I didn't think it was going to be, but here we are.
Here we are. All right, so for next week, we got this running like we said we were going to do for today. What do you think we can accomplish for next week?
Well, we're going to get the wheels and tires on it, and we're going to make the incisions here for the side skirts.
Oh yeah, that's going to have to be structured. We're going to have to really think of the engineering of that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So there's that. We're going to start getting the skirts fitted, or the rockers, so we can do the center section of the monocoque.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll have the wheels and tires, so we're going to put on the ground and get it kind of adjusted, do a basic test height.
Yeah, we're going to see how the suspension does.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to see what they do, or how high or how low it is.
Okay. So do you think it's fair that we will have the the structure of the lower chassis ready to accept the rockers, as well as the basic rollover structure in place with all of the center composite structure mounted with it sitting on its correct wheels next week.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. You guys know what's gonna happen for next week. We'll see if we can take it a step further, but otherwise it's going pretty reasonably well. We're gonna have to up the ante.
Oh yeah.
Testing in June?
Yeah, we're still doing that.
Okay, you know the doors are gonna be tricky, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out how tricky it is gonna be tomorrow when we talk to W Motors. Are you having fun here, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Again, I hope we can get some good engineering advice from the head engineer at W Motors for those doors, because that's the only thing I'm really entirely, I guess, not worried about, but it's just going to be a really big engineering challenge if we don't have any influence from the people that actually did it in the first place.
Well, the biggest thing is in just looking at the photos, because they do hinge at a weird angle coming back, and I'd like to see the nature of how their hinges actually work and actually get some degree measurements on sweep and things like that.
Yeah.
If we have that basic things answered, it'll be much simpler to be able to fabricate hinges that will work well, and then we can of course build all the structure and worry about things like windows and locks and latches. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this today with them and following along with the Lykan Hypersport build with Genius Garage. It's going to be pretty epic, and hey, maybe we can drive it next week.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean,
we
not
have the wheels.
hopefully. We are going to drive it next week.
Great. You're adding more things we have to do.
We're going to have wheels. It already runs. What else do we need?
Chairs? Seatbelts?
Over there.
Okay. All right. See you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and naturally that you will subscribe, but please click that bell so I can continue to bring you wholesome and entertaining automotive content. Also, a huge thanks to Avalon King ceramic coating. They're supporting this channel and making this all possible. But more importantly, I'm looking forward to using it on all of my vehicles, including my old dirt bike. Ceramic coating bonds directly to the surface of your paint, trim, and plastics to give a long-lasting shine that beats all waxes. It lasts for years and it's easy to maintain. I've got it on my Viper right now, and my car has never looked this good. So give them a try. Again, thanks for watching, and I look forward to see you next time.